U.S. needs to speed up the handover of weapons to Taiwan. Chairman of Joint Chiefs of Staff. China, Russia to start joint air and sea drill in Sea of Japan. Alarming reports surface on rising cancer cases among Chinese youth.
During a visit to Japan, U.S. Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Mark Milley, on July 15th, said that the U.S. needs to expedite weapons delivery to Taiwan. According to Reuters, Milley said, the speed of which we, the United States, or other countries assist Taiwan in improving their defensive capabilities, I think that probably needs to be accelerated in the years to come. He added, I think it's important that Taiwan's military and their defensive capabilities be improved. Since last year, Taiwan had complained about the U.S.'s slow delivery of weapon packages that the island ordered. Taiwan said its defense spending this year will focus on preparing weapons and equipment for dealing with the total blockade of the Chinese Communist Party, CCP's military. The U.S. is Taiwan's leading arms supplier. Beijing has repeatedly asked the U.S. to stop selling arms to the island, which the force ruling China considers part of its territory. Since Russia invaded Ukraine, the fear of the CCP's military attacking Taiwan has become more significant, so Taiwan has been more aggressive in preparing for the worst-case scenario. Taipei has repeatedly warned of the enormous consequences the world would face once the CCP dominates Taiwan. In addition, Taiwan has held simulation exercises for situations when attacked. Reports say that 2027 is the time the CCP most likely launch an attack on Taiwan, in the year Xi Jinping ends his third term. In a related document, Taiwan News reported that the U.S. House of Representatives on July 14th passed a defensive spending bill, including a proposal to strengthen military coordination between the U.S. and Taiwan and address the issue of delays in the supply of weapons to the island. Beijing's refusal to restart military communication with the U.S. has now taken a dangerous turn. The Chinese Ministry of National Defense announced on July 15th that Russia and China would participate in Northern Interaction 2023 drills in the central region of the Sea of Japan. Organized by the Chinese People's Liberation Army, PLA, Northern Theater Command, and aimed at safeguarding the security of strategic waterways, the exercise includes a Chinese naval flotilla and Russian naval and air forces. The Chinese naval flotilla, including 5 warships and 4 shipborne helicopters, departed from the eastern part of Qingdao on July 16th and will meet up with Russian forces in a predetermined area. Citing comments by military observers, the state newspaper Global Times reported that this event marks Russia's second time joining the PLA annual strategic drills and would be the first time both Russian forces participate in the exercises. In August 2021, forces from both nations participated in the Western Interaction 2021 exercise held in northwest China. According to Reuters, the Northwest Interaction 2023 exercise shows enhanced military cooperation between these two nations since Moscow's invasion of Ukraine. It also comes as Beijing rejects American calls to resume military communication. Gromky and Sovershiny, 2 Russian warships taking part in the Sea of Japan drill, has conducted separate training with the Chinese Navy in Shanghai on formation movements, communication, and sea rescues earlier this month. Before making port at Shanghai, the same ships have sailed past Taiwan and Japan, prompting both Taipei and Tokyo to keep a watch on the Russian vessels. Data released on July 15th shows that new home prices in China were static in June, the weakest result since the beginning of the year. According to Reuters, the statistic pressured policymakers to find more policies to stimulate the stagnant economy. The real estate sector accounts for about 20% of China's gross domestic product, GDP. The sector sharply declined last year when developers defaulted on their debts. Central and local authorities in China have rolled out a series of policies over the past year to boost the sector. However, the economic outlook is uncertain, and the weakness in the sector has dented confidence and home buying demand, dampening hopes of any quick recovery. Analyst Shen Qiu at property data provider Zhu House Hunter said, the property market is in dire need of strong policies to boost confidence as small-scale policies can no longer rescue the dwindling sentiment. Of the 70 cities tracked by China's National Bureau of Statistics, NBS, 31 saw new home prices increase in June, down sharply from 46 in May. In June, house prices in Tier 1 cities, including Beijing, and Tier 2 cities, did not increase. Meanwhile, the prices fell 0.1% in Tier 3 cities. A quarterly survey by the People's Bank of China, PBOC, found that 16.5% of households predicted housing prices would decline in the third quarter, up from 14.4% in the first quarter.